Hey wonderful students, it's Dr. Conklin. I'm really excited to bring you a lesson with our new unit, Unit 2A, on linear expressions and equations. And we're actually going to define those terms today. We will post this packet for you. However, if you are coming into school, we'll have a copy for you. Hopefully you already got a copy. If you are a virtual student, you should plan on coming on Wednesday from 2:30 to 7. Every night we will have that library, not that library room, but we'll have the library open for you guys to stop in and pick up materials. So if you haven't gotten your packet yet, make sure you come in on Wednesday to do that. If you don't have the packet yet, you can always use a separate sheet of paper to do this assignment. So we're going to look at some problems. If we go to we're actually going to look at page number 1. Page number 1. Let's see, page number 1. Sorry, I lost the definition that I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, page number 1, example 1. So let's just look at equations and solutions. So first of all, before we jump into anything, this said, which of the following is not an equation? So let's just remind ourselves that an equation is a math statement with, guess what kind of symbol? Look at this beginning of this, a math statement. So you should be writing this down, please, with an equal sign. Okay, now the other key word for today is expression. So an expression is the same thing, but guess what it does not have? It's not going to be a surprise for you guys. A math statement with no equal sign. Okay, so if we look through these, even if an equation is true or false, it doesn't have to be true or false. Like if we look here, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 4. That's a true statement, but all we care about is that we have an equal sign. I see an equal sign here, here, number 3, and here. If it does not have an equal sign, it is what's called an expression. Okay, so again, if you don't have this, you can just write this down on a piece of paper. Make sure of your definition equation, definition of expression, and then write down something that's an expression. And then any of these we could say are equations because they do have our equal signs. Okay, and then let's go to, again, if you're following on the packet, page number 2. If we look at these, it says determine whether each of the following values for the given variable is a solution to the equation. Okay, and then show your calculation. So really what we're doing here is reminding and reviewing with you guys how to solve a problem. So if we look at this one, instead of putting in x, I'm going to put in what number? So instead of putting in x, we're going to put in 7. And then we can sort of on this left side here evaluate. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. So 17 does equal 17. Woohoo! All right, let's try one that's a little bit harder if we go down. So we just did A. If we go down and look at D, let's do the same thing here for D. Every place I see an X, I'm going to put in -1. So I'm first just going to sort of write my equation out. So for X, I'm going to put in -1 here and -1 here. So -1 squared is 1. I'm going to bring down 1 minus 1. So right, PEMDAS rules, I'm first going to deal with my exponents. Now let's evaluate. 0 equals -2 plus 2. So 0 equals 0. So that is also true. You know what, guys, one little thing I should fix is we should say yes here and we should say yes here. Okay, let's try one last one just to make sure you guys have the hang of it. If we look at choice E, again, we have x equals 2. Any place, and this is like double parentheses, but that's no problem. We can get this. Any place we have a x, we're going to substitute in a 2. Hold on, I made that way too big. Shrink-a-roo that. So let's evaluate that. 3, and again, we should first do our parentheses. 3 times 4 over 4. Notice I'm keeping the -1 on the outside equals 5. Sorry guys, shrinking again. You know what, maybe I'll just move it over here. And we're not going to do F, so if you need some space on your paper, go for it. So I'm going to evaluate here. 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 divided by 4 minus 1, does that equal 5? And you almost want to think about this like as a question. I don't know if you hear my voice, like, are these equal? We don't know. So 12 divided by 4 is 3 minus 1. Uh-oh, this isn't looking good, right, guys? Does 2 equal 5? No way. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a slash through this. This symbol means not equal, which means that this is not a solution. Okay? So we are going to ask you guys to do page 3 for homework. And I'm going to just do maybe like 1 or 2 with you guys to get warmed up. So you're going to hand in a picture of this. It says, decide if each of the following are equations or expressions. So let's just maybe do this one and this one together. So really the key thing is you want to look for that equal sign. Equation has an equal sign, expression, there's no equal sign. So if we look at A, I don't see an equal sign, so this has to be an expression. And then if I look at B, I do see an equal sign, so this has to be a equation. Okay, so if you guys can finish off these problems, C, D, and F. And then if you go down here, we did a bunch of these already, so for number 2, 2A, 2B, and 2C, you do not need to do 2D. We're going to get to ones like that with our calculator later on. So keep up the great work, All-Stars, and make sure to hand in page 3. I'll hold this, so if you need to take a picture of it or copy it down, you'll have it. Have a great day. Bye, guys.